Okay, I'm just gonna wing it here. Mask you make for yourself that you just do at home with stuff you have at home. That is a very effective mask. No sewing required. This is how it was the last time I wore it. Um, I never touch my mask with my hands unless my hands are sanitized, because that would be the same as touching your face. And so that's something to know about mask management. So this piece of material, like I say, this is from the last time I wore it. I'm going to start it fresh so you know and can see how fast it is. This piece of material, tightly woven cotton, is what you're looking for. And you, this was part of a dress, and I still can use the dress. It'll just be kind of see-through from this point down. But cotton, tightly woven, not knitted, is anything is better than nothing. T-shirts are knitted. They're not as good as woven. Layers are your best friend. This is fairly thin, so easily breathable through. But in the tests that they've done, very highly scientific based tests, let's say one layer of fabric is, say, 10% effective. That would be a modern day bandana. Does not test well. One layer. 2 layers is not 20%, it's 40%. 4 layers is like 90 something percent effective. So this is close to, if we can make it well fitting around the face. In other words, that there's not, with my big old schnoz, this will make sense. You could see that if a mask fits me like this, I hope I'm putting the angle right, then there's an airflow through here, and air takes the path of least resistance. So if it's not fitted to your face, you're kind of like, the aerodynamics, I believe, would be the way to say it, of it, droplets wise. The point of covering your face, and I want to call it that as opposed to a face mask, because we need to save the face mask for the medical professionals and the medical field, and I'll explain why in the end. It's not because they're better or more important than you. If they start to drive the pandemic, if they start to be the spread of it, that's worst case scenario. Maybe that's all I need to say about that in this. So this is a mask that could be close to an N95. Sorry if I forgot the thing. In protection for you. But the point of covering your face is that if you are one of the 20 to 50% who are a carrier of COVID-19, but that doesn't have symptoms, you are now not sharing that with others. So it does protect you. The better face covering that you have, and I'm showing you the best way to make one here by research standards, scientific research standards, protects you. But the point of it is to stop the pandemic, at least slow it down, so that hospitals can catch up and people can get good medical care. Okay, so this was the bottom of this skirt. Listen, if you have pajamas, here's another dress that I had. I could make it out of this, 4 layers. I can make it out of pajama arms, pants, you name it. This is flannel, so that is woven cotton. And that's what you want, and layers are your friend. Okay, this is ideal. So this is the very bottom of the skirt. I feel like a magician. Da 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 da. Okay. And so, hey, that's easy, right? Okay. Boom, 4 layers. You can even make this, and you can put in any kind of filter you like. I personally, the coffee filters to me are useless when it comes to anything is better than nothing. Anything is better than nothing. But the particle of COVID-19 is 0.3 microns. And the holes in a coffee filter are 20 microns. And the point is to stop the coffee from going through, but let everything else travel through well so that your coffee doesn't get stopped up. So that's about the only thing I would say, you know. Okay, so now elastic is very hard to find, and, you know, we can't assume everybody has rubber bands, and it could be irritating. Okay, so everybody has a t-shirt. These are just, cut strips of t-shirts. About, I think it was about 1 inch when I cut it, and then you stretch it, ba-doom, right? So that's one way. Just cut up a t-shirt for your elastic. Okay, so if you have, I'll put a tissue to represent how you would include some kind of a filter in this. Okay, so you would put it like this. Okay, then you got your aluminum foil. In my mind, it's impossible that I'm the only person that has thought of this, but this is so to make it form-fitting around your nose. Hope this is not so loud that you can still hear me. But each time you fold it over, it like doubles in strength. I'm not even careful about how I do it, because about every third time I wear the mask, I have to just kind of reset it up. So, make sure you can see it here, right? And you can see I'm not even so perfect about is this lined up, right? Just as long as I kind of catch it. There. There. This is really strong. It really works. And I like it that it comes over this far. And you'll find what works best for you is most comfortable on your face. If you have a wider face and more narrow face, what works best for you. Again, it's a fitting the contours of your face is what you're looking for. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this over because I don't want the tinfoil, you know, touching my skin. It could cause, I don't know, some kind of clogged pores, I'm sure. As a hairdresser, I just know, not good and not comfortable. Okay, so then fold this up like so. Then take elastic of any kind. Oh, I don't have any elastic. In your pajama pants, there's elastic. There's elastic in lots of stuff, but a cut up t-shirt is fine. So at its thinnest, this is 4 layers thick, right? Okay, so you can, I'm going to do it the way that I like to do it. It's just the most comfortable for me. So, ta-da! Okay. Sorry if I'm being a little smarty pants there. Like you're beginning to tie your shoelaces twice, right? Da 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 da. Like I say, I feel like a magician here. It just makes its own little wrinkles this way. And I don't mean to be boastful. I make what I call shraided clothes for a living, and so I work with fabrics and just sort of like working with what a fabric can do. So I don't, you know, I mean, I do have a lot of practice in this. I don't mean to be like, oh, I'm so wholesome. Okay, so now you can turn these in if you prefer to not have them. They kind of end up here, and I don't mind that. I kind of like it for whatever reason. It's more comfortable. But you can certainly turn these in. You find what works for you, right? Okay, so this is just the way I wear it. So I'm gonna, for my big old schnoz, I'm gonna go ahead and crank the middle for my nose and kind of give it the general shape, right? Now remember, even if I do this, I've got 4 layers. Does that make sense? I sure hope that all of this was in the frame. Okay, so now right, like MASH, you know, the old show MASH. Don't worry that this is not fitted tight. I'm gonna fix that. So I'm tying this like a surgeon's mask. And I can cut up more things. Like I'm running out of space with this one, so I can't tie a bow. I have another way that I like to do it more comfortable for me, but I'm just showing you the simplest way. So now, when I tied this, this gives me, and then I shape this around my face. So I've got 4 layers of cotton. I usually have a ponytail and I kind of anchor it to my ponytail. But this, I'm not going to say it is as effective as an N95. But if you're a medical professional, you can't get one. According to very scientifically done, where they like vacuum sealed all kinds of stuff, this is one way. If you wear glasses, if I don't have a good seal, my glasses will fog up. So the fact that they haven't fogged up, I'm such a mess right now. I always think too, like, would it be so wrong? Well, one thing medical professionals are saying, like if you're making masks for them, and it's quite wise if you think about it, is to have a way to differentiate the outside of your mask from the inside of your mask. Because if you take it off and you put it back on backwards, ruh-roh. So I always kind of think, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. What if I could actually make a smiley face. Like it looks like the tongue is sticking out. That wasn't on purpose, but it's cute, right? Dee 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 dee. I could do a little lip liner. Anyway, if you're gonna cover your face, everybody has some tightly woven cotton in their house somewhere, and tinfoil. I hope it was easy to see. If you have any questions, let me know. I can re-record this. You don't need one of these. I'm all but bedridden, and so this is my desk that I, just my flat surface that I work on. I didn't use any measurements at all. And you see what works for you. Like I say, a pair of see, now if I was out in public, I now have to wash this mask unless I know this finger. A great way I found to think about it is, I don't know if this will work for everyone. If you're a woman, you'll understand it. If you're a man who's ever been to a strip club, you'll understand it. If you think of it as glitter, if my hand may have touched glitter and I just went like this, it's why it's important that when you put on a mask, it's well fitted, so you're not having to mess with it. Now I have touched my face, in essence, and now I have to wash this mask, but it's easy to wash this mask, right? Like I just disassemble it, put it in the washing machine, take it back out, fold it, ta-da! Face mask. Or not face mask, face covering. Cover your face. Your mom was right. Cover your face. It's the right thing to do, and I understand that now New York is doing it, and so I say within 5 days you will start to see, there's great evidence of this. Sorry, I have allergies right now. It's okay though. I could wash this material. So now that New York is doing it, in 14 days, you will see whoosh. And then everybody will realize, okay, this is the thing to do. They've been doing it in the Czech Republic, as it turns out, since March 18th by law. And, oh, Oh, my allergies. Sorry. Like I said, I just off the cuff doing this. The rate that they're expanding is like just under 1% now. We can not only flatten the curve, we can blunt it. So this is how. Coming to you from my bed. Back to you, whoever. I wanted to, oh, real quick, I'll just say, another way to do this is I'll feed, now my hair's a mess. I sometimes, instead, will just, so, how bad is my hair? So let's say I just used this as my elastics, right, to tie off the ends. Then for me, I just find it comfortable and easy, and especially with a ponytail. If you have a man bun, it's helpful. And again, this is just elastic material. This is from a pair of leggings. More elastic, more comfortable. And so I'll put that, like, did you see what I did there? Through those, right? Then and I tie this in my head. So this one just makes its own thing. Just a little fancy. But this is what I mean when I say you find what works for you, you find the shape, and when in doubt, throw it in the washing machine, right? Or put a new piece of tinfoil. NBD, no big deal. Bye, everyone.